go over what your name is and what kingdom you came from, if you care to tell me, and then why you took advanced sword and board. And try to be specific so I can really help you, because I want to make sure I cover what you want covered, so this is beneficial to you. So we'll start here.
I'm J-Man. I'm from Inland Ocean, part of Black Spire right now. I'm taking this class because, well, I started sword and board, but I've been mainly fighting single sword the last year and a half or so, so I want to diversify my skills now.
Okay, cool.
I'm from Dragon's Forge in Black Spire. Taking this, I want to get better at doing wraps and blocking.
Wraps and blocking. Okay, cool.
My name's Tom. I'm from Dragon's Forge out of Black Spire. And I'm taking this because I want to get better on defense with my sword and board.
Okay, cool. Defense will be a big topic.
Okay, my name's Dante. I'm from Dragon's Forge, Fire Black Spire. And I'm here to try to counteract the fastness of sword knights. Other people that are faster than me, like Robin.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And I'm basically here because I need to learn how to get around a shield and to block certain shots.
Okay, cool. What certain shots?
Like wraps over the shoulder.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna talk about that for sure. All right. So, to kind of get on a soapbox for a minute, if you really want to get to the point where you're an advanced sword and board fighter and you're really good, you want to beat sword knights. I think that's an awesome goal. If you want to do that, there's really only one way to do it, and that's practice. And what I recommend for that, other than just fighting other people, is get yourself like a punching bag. Like I just got a $60 punching bag with water in the bottom of the base to hold it. You're not kicking it over or anything, so that works for you. And then just practice throwing shots at it. What I recommend is 100 shots with your main hand, 200 shots with your offhand, and 100 stabs with each hand. And then we're going to go over later exact form for certain shots. You want to practice that as well. And practice how you play. So if you wear gloves when you're fighting, wear gloves when you're practicing. If you fight sword and board and you want to get better at sword and board, have your board in your hand while you're throwing your shots, because then you're going to know body positioning. And then visualize. So that's not a punching bag I'm hitting, that's my opponent, and that's his hip. And then you just get used to seeing yourself doing that over and over and over again hundreds of times. So when it really happens in real life, it's nothing, it's automatic. It's something you've done to that punching bag like 1,000 times by the time you hit the field. So that's going to help you. If you want some exercises, jump rope is really awesome for footwork. I have some other stuff I posted on eSam a long time ago. If you want a copy of that, talk to me afterwards and I'll see if I can remember where I posted it and get it to you. That's a whole workout. It takes about 30 minutes and it'll help you get way better at sword and board. Footwork will be faster, your shots will be crisper and cleaner. So that's my little soapbox about practice. The first part we'll talk about is defense, because in my opinion defense is the most important thing. And defense starts with your stance. So if you go ahead and get in your typical stance, we'll talk about that for a few minutes. Okay, I like most of what I see. What I recommend is everyone's left foot forward, I think. So shield foot forward, which is very good. It's a good defensive stance. You can block a lot of shots. What I recommend is like if you've ever taken the martial arts, it's called a bow stance. So this foot's kind of pigeon-toed in, and this foot's toe lines up the heel of this foot. And then you stand like that. Your shield up. And defense starts. Let me ask the question. Does anyone know where defense starts?
Your feet?
Almost. Okay, so defense starts with your knees. And the way you defend, some people's specific goals were how to defend wraps and stuff like that. The way you defend those shots is you don't actually move your shield, your body moves your shield. So if someone's going to ass wrap me, I'm going to shift my weight to my right foot and lean to the left. My shield comes over, and I'm still defended, I'm still covered up, and my shield blocks that. So it's just a shift. And if you're going to block high, you just shift a little higher and up. I call it a gangster lean. So just throw the gangster lean out. It's a good term to help you remember. So come here real quick. And so if I'm going to throw a wrap at him, keep your shield like just normal, I can get around him. But now go ahead and lean with it. So, okay, I can't really get around him. And then say I step in and really commit for the wrap, I still can't get around him. But before, if you keep your shield straight up with me, I'm going to get around you anytime. Anyone who throws a really monster wrap is going to get around you. So it's a lean. So if you see someone commit hard for wrap, all you have to do is lean. And then the best part of that is that you can just return right after that. You don't have to do much of anything to return fire, and they're committed to a wrap, so you got an easy shot. So remember, defense starts with your stance, nice and deep, and with your knee, just rotating your weight. All you have to do is shift your weight. It's really minor. It's not even that major of a thing, and you can block that ass wrap. Everyone, it's really good because everyone's about my height, maybe a little bit taller. How tall are you? Yeah, you're a little taller. You may have to adjust some of this, but for the most part, if your shield's big enough and yours seems like it is, then you can just rotate. That's all you got to do. Just a slight rotation. You don't want to open up that much. So that's like that's the primary way to defend wraps and high wraps too. Come over here again. So if I want to go high on him and I press in to go high, I can hit him. Now lean. I can't hit him. I can't get that wrap over. I mean, to get that wrap over, I'm going to have to come all the way here, and I still can't get it over. There's your way to defend wraps. Very simple. So stay in your stance and use your weight. Just shift your weight, and you'll see a big improvement in your blocks right away, right off the bat. So if you remember that, it's good. Some people recommend defending hips, the sword side hips the same way. You can just lean into it. You can also take your sword and block down with it to defend that. It's okay. I'm not in a lot of favor for that for sword and board because you only have one offensive weapon and you're locking it down into blocking. So, use it sparingly, but if you really need it, just put it down there. Your hips defend it. So, that's pretty much defense. Yeah, so I told you about blocking the ass wrap, the top side, the inside. Even if I'm way past your shield, I'll pick on someone else this time. Come here real quick. So, say I get my hand all the way over here. Go ahead and just lean. You have to be careful, though, not to overlean. Because if I do that, I can do that. People are mainly not going to do that, so just look out. If you see them do that, this is good. And then in your stances, I didn't see anyone doing it, but I want to point out, never, ever, 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 ever. I pretty much tell you that anything that I tell you, just adapt it to what you do already and add it to your repertoire, get better, whatever. But never hunch. If you hunch, you're just opening yourself up to everything. Stand up tall in your stance and then bend your